They're heading our way, another migrant caravan, this time 8,000 strong, and it's building in southern Mexico. Look at the video here. The caravan, the largest we've seen in more than a year. One migrant rights so-called activist inside the caravan is warning that their ranks could grow to 15,000 as they trek towards the U.S. southern border. And this latest group expected, of course, to further strain U.S. border agents. According to the CBP, approximately 10,000 migrants have been arrested each and every day at the border this month alone. And while many migrants are citing poverty and rising gang violence as the reason they're leaving, national security experts warn that bad actors like terrorists could be slipping inside the ranks here. In fact, CBP data revealing that the number of illegal immigrants on the terror watch list caught at our southern border is now on pace to hit a new record. A total of 30 migrants on the terror watch list have been caught in the first 2 months of this new fiscal year. 13 of them were caught in the month of October. I want to bring in now Texas Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland, and before becoming sheriff, Cleveland worked for 26 years as the U.S. Border Patrol. He knows the situation very well. Sheriff, thank you so much for joining us on the record this evening. Good to have you in.
Hey, howdy. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, well, howdy. You're keeping up a good spirit because we see what's going on in your border and the crisis in the country. Describe to our viewers some of the effects in your backyard for you and also those landowners. We know there's a lot of ranchers who sometimes encounter migrants on their property as well, and it's tough for them.
Yes, ma'am. So what we have here in Terrell County and the county seat, Susteren, Texas, where I grew up in, it's a little different than what you see going on in Eagle Pass, what you see going on in El Paso, out in Tucson sector. Out here, we still have people that want to get away. We have people that want to enter our country illegally without being detected. They don't want to surrender, and they want to make it to points north and make it there successfully. So every encounter we have, someone's going to run from us. Someone's going to lead us into a pursuit with the vehicle. It's been, more than I've seen in the last 11, 12 years of my career. But with that, I want to talk to our landowners and what they see. Fortunately, here in the community, we don't see a whole lot unless they're passing through. But our landowners, they put out with their ranches being broke into, with water lines being cut, and then they have to find, unfortunately, deceased individuals that haven't made it, that have died on their trek into the United States.
You know, you mentioned, Sheriff, that you grew up in this area. I'm sure you never thought you'd see historic numbers like the ones we're reporting on the terror watch list. That number is extremely concerning. We know that there has been obviously a lot of work by the governor there to try and enforce the border. But how do you brace for this latest caravan this evening when we talk about it maybe surging to 15,000?
So unfortunately, Border Patrol's lost complete operational control of the border. It's been an operational collapse, and it's not at their own fault. It really has to do with the lack of policy by this administration. Every administration before at least had some policies, whether they're red, blue, Republican, or Democrat. They furthered border security, but this current administration is doing absolutely nothing. But with that being said, as we prepare for this next wave, and as you mentioned in the intro, apprehensions have been 10,000 a day going for many days now. And, another 8,000 isn't going to be a big surprise to us. I can tell you agents are doing the best they can do with the resources they have, with the current situation, process and bodies in the United States. It all boils back to the policies of this administration. It could be solved overnight. And I truly mean that. It could be solved with the president letting the rest of the world know you're not going to be allowed in the United States. We're going to have you remain in Mexico like we had those policies under President Trump. Remain in Mexico policy works.
Like you said, if they wanted that solution, the big question is if. There you go. Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland, thank you, sir. And do keep in touch. We wish you luck in the coming days.
Thank you. God bless y'all. Adios.
Thank you. Adios and God bless you.